First Blood is a very great film about a war veteran who's been through a lot in his life, but when he is brutalized by a local sheriff's department, then he must make it his mission to escape and fight for what he believes is right. This is a great film. Check it out because it's certainly worth your time. So, First Blood is a film about a veteran named John Rambo who had fought in the Vietnam War. When he goes to an old town in Wyoming, he tries to look for a friend, but when his friend had died of cancer, he goes into town to see if he gets something to eat. One of the local sheriffs tells him off to go eat somewhere else. And when he disobeys that order and tries to go back into town, he's arrested. And he's traumatized by the sheriff's department and brutalized by them, where they trigger his PTSD and he fights his way out of the sheriff's department and he goes on a run. And from there, you have one hell of a movie. I have to say, this is one of the best action films of the 1980s. And what makes this movie so impressive, you know John Rambo's been through a lot. You see the flashbacks of his war in Vietnam. You can sympathize with his character. You can understand what he's been through. And it makes one great character, in my opinion. Sylvester Stallone is Rambo. Nobody else could ever play the character as great as he has. This is an amazing film. I just can't give enough praise to it. I enjoy it. It's definitely one of the best performances of Sylvester Stallone's career. He put his heart and emotion into it. And thank goodness that he kept, the film. For those of you who already know, Sylvester Stallone, originally wanted to trash the film after the first cut was over 3 hours long, but he stuck around and he gave an amazing performance. What makes Rambo such an amazing character that even though he's being pursued by a local sheriff's department, he does not kill one single person at all throughout this film. Now that's rare. When you have the hero not kill a single person, then that's pretty impressive. Especially how realistic this film is. This movie does not use any CGI, none of that mess that's used in today's films. It's all like real, and that's what makes the movie all that much better. John Rambo is a very sympathetic character that a lot of people can relate to. Like I said before, you've seen the troubles he's been through in his flashbacks, and he's a troubled man. And Sylvester Stallone gives just a phenomenal performance here. This is definitely a great movie, and you owe it to yourself to check it out. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this film a 9. Easily one of my favorite action films of all time, basically. Sylvester Stallone on this role here. He gives like I already said, an amazing performance, and everyone around him does a great job as well. Especially at the end when Rambo's talking about his experience in the war, and you really see the emotions on his sleeve and how human he feels. Where future sequels turns him into just a killing machine, here he has a lot of heart, he has a lot of charisma, and he's very tough. And he takes shit from nobody. That's what I enjoy about this movie a lot. These days, you don't get films like this, self-contained story where you see the hero struggles. Obviously, you could get a movie like this today, but for its time, the first Rambo movie is something special indeed. And that's my review of First Blood. Alright, leave your comments in the section below. Let me know what you think about this film. Do you consider it one of Stallone's best films of all time? And personally, what is your favorite Rambo film? Is it this one or any of the others? And speaking of the other films, I'm definitely looking forward to Part 5 that's coming out next month. But coming up next is my review of Rambo First Blood Part 2. And I think that film's interesting in its own right. Anyway, I'll talk about all that in my next review. Okay, this is Slum Guy 172 saying peace out.